Hello guys, welcome back to an episode of Mindcrack Feed the Beast with Good. As always, I am Jason. I said that weird. Didn't say it like I normally say it. What is going on? So here we have the flower picking turtle, as seen in his natural habitat, where he walks in a square and picks flowers and brings them back to a chest and goes about his merry way. We'll see him as he breeds the flowers. Oh, there he goes. It's really a majestic sight. So flowers can spawn in this 12 by 12 box here whenever a bone meal is placed there in the center. And so I've been needing, or I realized last night that I need. Well, I've been needing indigo flowers, but I need other types of flowers too for different dyes and stuff like that for different types of wiring and stuff like that. So I decided that maybe I should make a better way of getting flowers. And this isn't the fastest of methods because of the fact that he has to I guess he doesn't dig in the corners, or I thought he did. Anyways, and so I was bone milling the ground and breaking it and everything, and then I realized, you know what, turtles can do that. So I have a flower picking turtle now. And the interesting thing is this is wall 5. The interesting thing about wall 5, as you guys have brought to my attention, is that E is the 5th letter of the alphabet. So he's like Wall-E, which is awesome. And now he just goes around looking for flowers and he picks them, kind of like Wall-E did. So he's little Wall-E. People want me to call him Kurt J. Turtle or Curdle or something like that because he can walk so far, and those are all cute too. But I like the Wall-E better, especially now that I've made him a flower picking turtle, because there's a lot of walking involved in picking flowers. But yeah, I've got quite a bit of flowers here now. This has been running. This is the results of 3 stacks of bone meal. I think what I'm gonna do is add another chest at some point in the whole thing where he can grab bone meal and just keep going, because right now I just have him run through 1 stack of bone meal and then stop. But so there's our flower picking turtle, and the next thing I want to work on is I keep needing rubber for insulated pipes, and I am just tired of gathering rubber. I've had enough of it. So I've decided to look into the turtle alternative to rubber production. And the answer to that is the rubber picking turtle. And you'll notice how much fuel this guy has. The whole point of me converting all this power from MFSU down to low voltage is to feed it into these charging stations. So I wanted to be able to have as many charging stations as I wanted without having to worry about losing power on the way. And so I wanted it all low voltage. So that's why I worked on getting this all down. I did not realize that people have brought to my attention that each of these medium voltage transformers will actually put out the power. This medium voltage transformer will put out 512 EU per tick, divided by 4 on each of these little holes. So I didn't realize I can condense this to be a lot smaller. I haven't tested this, but I assume people know what they're talking about. So I'm going to redesign this to be a lot smaller, but still do the same thing. Still, it'll just have less medium voltage transformers and less low voltage transformers in the end result. But anyways, let me grab this little guy here. This is our tree tap turtle, and he is going to live a life of tree picking excitement, where he goes around and just gathers resin. He's a resonating turtle. So I think what I'm gonna do is redesign the tree farm to be more turtle friendly. I may miss out on some resin as a result, because what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put them side by side in a big row, and then go 2 over and do the same thing. And I'll maybe do a couple rows of that. So we'll be missing out on any resin that would have spawned on the inner parts of the trees because they will be all the way down. But this way I can just have the turtle go up, over, down, up, over, down, up, over, down, just like that. Instead of right now he'd have to go up the tree and then around, down, or up. You know what I mean? He'd have to go all the way around the tree. And if I have a wall of trees, it'll simplify the script I need to make that possible. This place over here is obnoxious, man. Oh, and while I have you here, let me show you something else where Pack Rat, Doc, and I have spent our night. You've probably seen it already in Doc or Pack's videos, but oh yeah, I haven't rewired my GPS. That's why I keep coming around to the power station to go into my base, because my elevator doesn't work. And I started working on my design for the room. I think I might do something like this. I haven't quite decided yet, but you'll notice that the laser area is down now because I had to move it in 1 block. Am I lagging? Is this real life? Because that was the only way it was going to line up with this right here. So I redesigned everything to move this in 1 block. Plus I want to have the lever be right here. And that means I need to put another layer on the floor here. So I'm going to write a new script for the turtle to not put floor but to put ceiling. So yeah, that's another thing I'm working on now. But the thing I wanted to show you guys and what me and Doc spent our night doing is this right here. Look at that. Look at that. 432 ender pearls. You want to know where those came from? The end. You want to know how we got them? We went with an ender chest. Yeah, we went with an ender chest, and we just set up a platform and we went to town. But not only did we do that, we brought a little something with us, and we left it over here at Pack Rat's house. I don't know where it's at, actually, to be honest with you. Somewhere at Pack Rat's house is a Tier 5 soul shard for... I don't know what he did with it. It's probably down in here. Oh, here comes the rain. Where's the soul shard pack? Show the people. There it is, Tier 5 Enderman Soul Shard. We were all working on one, then we realized that we maybe should just stop and we just finished one. And there's I accidentally killed a creeper with Soul Shard on my slot. Soul Shard. But there it is, Tier 5 Enderman Soul Shard. We're going to set up we're gonna set up a farm somewhere for the community. We haven't quite figured out where, but me, Pack, and Doc are gonna work on an Enderman farm for us using that. Apparently it'll spawn like 10 Endermen every second or something ridiculously insane. So yeah, we're gonna have an Enderman farm here pretty soon. But in the meantime, I have those 400 ender pearls, which are going to change my life because I've been needing them to make the bigger barrels. Wanted to make all kinds of things. Pulsating chipsets, which will simplify a lot of the stuff I need to make the ultimate hybrid solar panel. Just many things require ender pearls, and it's been like this big pain in the ass as far as getting ender pearls. And the other thing that was kind of slowing, I think, everyone down is copper. And Cheaty Nebris, I haven't decided if I'm going to use it yet, but he's offered up his supply of copper to everyone. And it's not just your everyday supply of copper. What he's doing is, I said I'm not quite sure what the lava was for and the centrifuges. Well, apparently if you put lava, apparently I've hit that button. Alright, go stop trying to click up there. Well, it's not doing anything right now. Anyways, you put lava in a centrifuge and it makes copper and tin. So, look at this. It's insane. Whoops. Well, sorry. Give me that back. So he has a pretty much endless supply of copper and tin now. And look at all that tongues of dust, man. Yeah, it's pretty cheaty, but it's how the game was made. So you just power these centrifuges and give them lava, and they will give you copper, tin, whatever the hell this right here was. What the hell was this? Electrum ingot. I don't know what that is. Give me that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's for. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Put it back. But copper, I do know what copper is. And he's got barrels full. Because not only is he putting it into there, he's doing something over on this other side with more centrifuges and copper. So he's using his copper to do something with. I don't know what. Really don't know. And he's got this recycler set up to make him more scrap for his... Oh, man. What's he talking about? Yeah. Anyways, this thing right here is where all his scraps going, making his UU matter. You know, I was looking last night, and I think he's got almost everything he needs to make the ultimate solar panel. So I think he could beat me to it like in an hour. I don't know if he knows that it's a race. I'm not gonna tell him it's a race. Anyways, let me get back to setting up my tree tapper guy here, and I'll be back with you guys in a minute. Alrighty, guys. So I've finished automating the rubber farm over here. It's not. I know a lot of people are gonna say you're cutting off a lot of the sides on the tree because each tree is beside each other, so you're cutting off this wall and this wall. And I've closed in this wall over here because I don't have to worry about making the program go to the other side of the trees. The easiest way to do it is to have the turtle guy stay inside this one line here, because he can go up, turn around, check, because the resin itself doesn't protrude off the tree, so it's not a block that prevents movement for the turtle. So I can have them right beside each other, and he can just turn around and check each side as he goes along. I wanted to put glowstone down here, but I don't have enough, so and it's not worth doing. So there's torches down there. And the reason why I decided to close off this wall, I was going to originally leave it open so players could still come up and... Whoop, well, there we go. So players could still go up and use a tree tap or whatever. It's mighty short. The reason why I decided to close it off is because I don't know this for a fact, but I'm assuming that resin will spawn where available, and I'm assuming it checks every so often regarding spawning, and if there's an open spot, it'll spawn. And so if I close off the open spots on the outside, I assume that if it doesn't check to spawn, it'll just spawn on the inside instead. I'm assuming this is how this works. I have no way of confirming this, but it seems to make the most sense because that's how other things in the game work. So actually, this might be in the way. I don't know how far he goes. So the way this works is he'll go through, he'll check for resin, he'll grab the resin. See if we can click on him. You see he's got 13 resin from this run so far. Once he gets done, he'll go back, he'll put it in the chest. I haven't actually tested that part yet, but I'm assuming it's going to work fine. I use pretty much the same script I used for this guy putting stuff in the chest. And then he's going to sleep for 5 minutes. Right now I have him set to sleep for 30 seconds just because I want to make sure the sleep works right. And then he'll go back. I'm going to change it to be 5 minutes here. All right, there he goes. He's going back to put stuff in the chest. There's already 50 some odd in there. In theory, he should put stuff in the chest. Oh no, he turned the wrong direction. Son of a bitch. Well, he's pretty close to right. I turned the wrong direction at the last part of the script. I must have done a turn left instead of a turn right. But I'm going to make sure he moves again in 30 seconds here and starts another rotation. Yeah, he's still running. And the while loop that I put in, actually I put it in a repeat loop to repeat until he's almost out of fuel. Whenever he's got about 500 fuel left, he'll stop doing this. Oh, and there he goes. I do need to fix that last turn though. But that's it, and I'm going to just leave this guy over here and let him run. I don't know how much fuel he's got. I forgot to label him earlier, so I gave him like 1 million fuel, and then I broke him, and he didn't have a label. So poor little guy. He's known as Tree Hugger now, though. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna move on to automating other things, non-farm related now. This guy, he's trucking along too, though. I am definitely set on flowers and not to worry about that issue anymore, so I can get to moving on, making my wires and stuff like that. So, alrighty. Oh, I feel like I should point out that there is automatic rubber tree harvesters and rubber tree farms that can just be set up automatically, kind of like the tree farm that Packrat has, but I wanted to make it out of a turtle. So I do know, I just realized that a lot of people are probably going to be like, why didn't Goo just make the rubber tree farm? And I do know that there are automatic systems already set up, just like what Packrat's already using, but I wanted to do it with the turtle. There is a tree tap turtle, and like I've said before, I want to do as much as I can with the turtles. So that is why this has been done with the turtle and not the other system, just so you know. So I've decided to improve my design here a little bit. Since Since Wally over here can walk for the rest of his life, I decided to give him more to go on. I'm gonna need to upgrade this chest over here, that or pipe it out somewhere to hold more. But he will do a stack of bone meal, then he'll come back and grab another stack until this is all empty. So he'll go through 78 stacks of bone meal before he gets tired and rests. And I decided to fence him in too because man needs his privacy while he picks his flowers. So there's that. Hey again. So here's pretty much the same exact thing I had here before, only better. Because yeah, I definitely did not realize that the transformers could spit out the same amount each tick from all sides. So let's see here. Let's find. All right, so that's the medium transformer right there. Here's an MFE. See, it's getting in 128, and these are already full. Yeah, they're already full, I guess. Let's see here. Yeah, they're already full. So here's pretty much the same exact thing, only it's a hell of a lot smaller and a lot cheaper to make because you don't have to make a bunch of those are the extra parts for my rebuild. Yeah, so there's the same thing from yesterday, only better now. Alrighty guys, I'm back and I'm making this interactive sorter now, and here's the recipe for the thing. It's pretty expensive, so I hope that it's something that I want. And you'll be so proud. I made a piston plan because I'm tired of remembering the recipe for piston, and I don't need them enough to where I'm gonna have their own project table. And you'll notice I've got some of this stuff done. I'm thinking about putting barrels up here. I'm going with a similar design to what Nebris used as far as the placement of my my machines themselves. But here's kind of what we're going with. The walls aren't going to be all white. The marble's more of a placeholder for right now. Alrighty guys, so I've got this interactive sorter set up here downstairs. This is going to be the area that I do my sorting in. And originally I was thinking that I wanted to just extract stuff straight from the ender chest here into the interactive sorter and then onto, well, not into another chest, but on into Buildcraft pipes or something like that. Apparently they don't work with the other the redstone pipes. I don't remember what they're called right now. These guys right here, these tubes, which I don't think the redstone one is the one you wanted, but probably the pneumatic tube. Items do not flow through those out of here. It's kind of a little buggy. I think this might still be a work in progress. I know on the site it says that the recipe itself is a work in progress, but I tested a couple things. But I'll show the bugs here in a minute. Right now, let me just go through the basic commands of this peripheral. It has the ability to sort items, move items, and list items in an inventory. And the only thing I haven't been able to really work out is the list items. I've managed to get it to sort, and well, I know how to make it sort, but let me show you. This is just using the items, or the item's ability to take an item into it and then move it somewhere. So it gets an item and it sends it over here. And this is the item ID as the program sees it for that jungle wood. So the jungle wood, as far as the interactive sorter is concerned, is item ID 667309062. And the biggest problem I had with understanding this thing is that right there, the fact that it's not item ID 5, it's item ID 66073096062. So when it comes to moving an item out of a chest somewhere else, you have to reference it by that number. And I haven't been able to find like a list of these numbers anywhere, so I think I'm gonna have to make my own basically. But let's look at this script here. Basically what it's going to do, and also the way this thing works with the extract command, it takes directions, like, which direction, which port on this device is it going to be grabbing stuff from. and they're numbered. They're not like everything else where it's top, bottom, left, right, or whatever. So 4 is the negative x direction. So if you look at your mini map and you see that x is going down when I walk this way, then and x is going up when I walk this way. So this direction here is 4, and this direction is 5. I don't remember what the rest of them are, but you can look them up. It's on the wiki. So I'm going to take from direction 4, 667, 309, 062, and I'm going to move it in direction 5, and I'm going to take one of them. So if I put in here this stack of jungle logs, I'll take this one out. This right here, in theory, should grab one of them and move it over to the other chest. So see, there's one in here now, and there's one less in there now. So that part I've worked out. What I was going to do originally is have this device here constantly grabbing things from the ender chest, but once I realized that the numbering system is a little off, I decided I'm going to do it a little bit different, and I'm going to have the items pumped from this chest directly into the sorter, and then the sorter will send them on their own different paths. And I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, well, this thing right here isn't any different than a diamond pipe. I mean, why would you spend 4 diamonds and a bunch of pistons and an ender pearl to make this thing? The thing is, I can see every single item that comes in, and I can categorize them, or not categorize them, catalog them. That's the word I wanted. And that's going to be its own episode, because there's no way I can dive into the cataloging of these items in this episode. The next thing I want to show is the list command, and this is the one I've had the most trouble with. So there's the sort command, the extract command, and the list command. That's the 3 commands that this peripheral has. And the list command, I've managed to find someone. Let's look at my script. It's not. Don't look at it long. It's a sad thing. I've tried understanding this list because it seems to put the stuff into a table. So I've tried getting it out of the table and trying to manipulate the data in a way I can read it, and I have had no luck really. But I found someone that's made an API of sorts for the list command, and his script is right here, and I've edited it slightly to print out the data. But let's look at his script and make your head hurt. This stuff up here is just labeling the directions, like I was talking about, the x plus and minus, z plus and minus, etc. Then here's where it gets crazy. He takes the data from the list and then extracts it in a way that gives you the actual item IDs, using the bit API to undo the math that was done to originally come up with that 9-digit number that is the item ID, and he puts it all into a table. So here at the bottom, I've basically called it, and I'm printing out the data from the table that he creates from the items. So we'll see here. Let me throw some items in here. Some of that, some of that, some of that. There we go. There's the items. So item number 1 is ID 369, which I guess it's starting. And see, here's where it gets weird again. Some of these items have metadata, and for some reason that affects the math that's being done to get the item ID. So it isn't perfect. This script that this guy has written to undo the math. But there's 15 of them, and then here's its metadata, and this is where the numbers don't always match up. The math's probably not perfect that this person has done. The next item is 21257. Let's see if we actually have that. Yeah, 21257. And see, this is where it's weird too. This one has metadata, but it's getting the right item ID. I haven't been able to quite figure it out. But again, this isn't even my script. This is let's give him credit here. Oops. Nevercast is his name. That has come up with a way to use the list command to try to undo the math that has been done by the guy that makes miscellaneous peripherals. And his name is RG. And you probably see him comment on some of my videos actually, because he does watch. So I don't want to say that this thing is going to change in the future, but I have a feeling that some of its commands aren't that intuitive, and it might change. But here's what I want to do as far as getting items out. I need an axe. That's what I need. Give me that. Alright, I'm going to move this over one, basically, here. I've been killing slimes, by the way. So we get our sorter here. Alright, give me 1 second. Alrighty, so what I've done is I've given this guy a just a plain turtle. He doesn't even have a pick. He's just a sad little turtle here. And I've decided that they're one of the best ways to grab items. They don't require any power. You can set the clock to any interval you want because it's in the program. So I've edited his startup script, and all he does is suck something from down and then put it in here. So I had to move the inner chest down because he can't suck from his butt. He doesn't suck butt. He only sucks down, and then he'll stick it in front of there, and he'll do it every half a second. So I can change the timer if I want later. So anyways, let's reboot him, and he should get going. Yep, look at him. Look at him sticking items in there. So here's the 3 items that were in the ender chest. They're now moved over there, and I have this running the test 2 program. For each item that comes in, it's going to give me the item ID. So the first item that went in is 667309062, which is the logs. 239096857 is the nickel, and so on and so on. We can test this. Let's go over here, put down ender chest, and let's throw in some stuff here. And you'll see it over there working already. Every half a second, it's grabbing something, it's moving it over. And there's their item IDs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up maybe like a diamond chest here for right now, and I'm gonna go start an excavate program with a turtle, and I'm gonna let it pipe stuff into the diamond chest, and then I'm going to put these item IDs into a database so that I know what each item ID is, because I'm gonna need that later. But I only really want to do it for the items that are going to be sorted through here, so I don't need to know the item ID for a hopper, or, well, I might for platinum dust, but you know, or maybe for a blaze rod even, but not for some things, I tell you. So I'm going to get my item IDs the hard way because it's the only way I know how. But there is the basics of the interactive sorter, and again, you can hook up buildcraft pipes to these. So let's just see that real quick. I really need an axe. So there's just a stone pipe. It's weird here to open twice. And as you can see, there she goes. So yeah. And there's the item ID for marble. So that is the interactive sorter in its most basic form. Again, what I've shown so far makes you probably think, why don't you just use a diamond pipe? But trust me, I have an idea to use these right here in a way that is going to be amazing. Just wait. You have to wait for it. It's got to be its own episode because it's going to take a lot of stuff. But I have an idea, and I think it's going to be awesome. But I think that's it for today, guys. I appreciate you watching as always. I hope that you've enjoyed. I did realize something last night, and didn't actually get a chance to show it. But this tree tapping turtle, you know how if you tap a tree, whenever there's no resin on it, it'll suck some resin out, but it'll basically kill the log to where it will no longer produce resin. Well, apparently the same thing is true for the tree tapping turtle. So he's gone up here and he has sucked these things dry. So they're no longer producing resin. So I have to come up with a different method. I saw that there's a tree module for inside the miscellaneous peripherals, and it basically says to check if something is tree or is not tree. And I was like, what is the hell's the point of that? I'm wondering if you can, I haven't looked at it again. I hope it's not a peripheral. I hope it's just a module you add to the turtles. If it is, I'm wondering if it can determine if resin is in fact resin and not tree. And then it will maybe basically I can put an if in there to tap only when there's resin. I'm going to look into that. If not, I may end up going with the automatic rubber tree and not use a turtle, even though I really, really wanted to use a turtle. And I put some barrels into this thing here. This guy. So as you can see, there's plenty of that. This guy right here's been running non-stop. I cleared out this a little bit earlier, but ever since I changed him over, I let him run. He's pretty much run for almost 24 hours, and it really hasn't used that much. I actually changed the script last night to try out something before I went to bed, so he ran for a good 8 hours, putting down 4 bone meal every time he would start here, because you can put multiple bone meal in one spot and it'll kind of fill in the open areas, but it's kind of a waste. But I just thought I'd give it a try and see how much fuel, or not fuel, how much bone meal was left in the morning. I kind of thought he'd go through the whole chest if he was putting down 4, because it limits his number of loops from 64 down to 16 because you're dividing it by 4. So I kind of thought he would go through all the bone meal overnight, but then I come back and he's only going through like 18. Yeah, basically 18 bone meal, 18 stacks of bone meal, and yeah. But he's not really getting more. Wait, he didn't put down bone meal just then. What's going on, little guy? You had a bone meal? Why'd you not grab more? Son of a bitch. Oh, you know why? Because I only have him grabbing bone meal. Damn it. Yeah, I changed the script back to be every 1, and I didn't change it all the way. I just realized that, so I gotta fix him. Yeah, I decided that it was kind of a waste to use 4 bone meal at a time on this, because it wasn't giving him that many more flowers. It was giving him a few more, but not enough to waste 4 bone meal at a time. And there's no hurry here. I mean, we don't need flowers that bad. So anyways, I think we've got plenty now, to be honest. But I think that's it for today, guys. I appreciate watching as always, and I'll see you all next time. Bye! Oh yeah, I meant to show you guys some of the bugs here, and I just remembered one of them. Because I just ran into it again. So, alright, I got my cobblestone here, right? And if you run the pipe directly into the side of the thing, you'll notice it sends the cobblestone over here. And there's 1482 cobblestone in the chest. Oh, well, now it spits it out. A minute ago it was sucking it up. And it was going nowhere. I guess that was without a pipe. Like, it's not spitting stuff on the ground. That's the first time that's actually happened. But yeah, there seems to be a bug with the chests as far as the direction that you put stuff into it. If you do it in the top, it seems fine. I don't know if that's a bug or if that's intended, but we'll see now. It's kind of slow. I was testing how far this gold pipe will extend the speed, and I don't know what the answer is yet, but it seems to be going really fast down that gold pipe. Okay, did that just not update, or did it just... Great. Yeah, I think it's bugged out, because every time one goes in there, and I double click after that, I crash with an internal server error. So yeah, I think there's a problem with barrels and interactive sorters when it comes to putting stuff in. I've tested taking stuff out with the interactive sorter as well, and it seems to be doing fine. But let's try this again here. See, it's not updating the number. It updates it there. Well, now I'm not crashing. I do not know. There's something buggy here. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it is relative to the interactive sorter. I do not know though. But yeah, this is actually all for today. I appreciate you guys watching as always, and I'll see you next time. Bye.